Tanner FOUST has a lot of pressure coming into this season. He's had 2 championship wins in a row, both times in a Nissan 350Z. But with less than a week before the start of the Formula Drift season, his team is feeling the pressure.
A couple days to Long Beach Drift event. The Rockstar Scion is pretty much done. We shook it down a little bit, but Papadakis Racing has done their job, and it's an amazing build, really an incredible thing to pull off, putting a NASCAR engine in what was a front-wheel drive Scion. So now it's my job to get it set up and to make it competitive.
Tanner tested the Scion out for the first time. It seems to go well. The NASCAR engine has the power they need, but there are more tweaks to be made to dial it in.
So we just kind of pushed it for the first time, really, and felt pretty good. But with the drift car, typically you want it to kind of squat a little bit to try to get grip on the rear to get out of the corners, and a feeling that you're always kind of looking for in drifting is when you're mid-corner that you can accelerate hard and it doesn't just make the car spin. And if you're sideways drifting close to the lock on the steering angle and you accelerate really hard and the car spins out, then you know you'd like to get a little bit more weight on the back tires when you're on throttle. And so generally you can do that by maybe stiffening the sway bar or softening the suspension a little bit at the same time, or even changing the rebound setting. And what the rebound does is it lets the tire kind of extend. And so if you don't want the tire to extend, you just stiffen it up. So that's what I've got for these shocks here. Just gonna do a couple, 3 turns or so towards stiff, and that will make actually a pretty big adjustment.
With the adjustments made, it looks like Tanner is getting more comfortable in the Scion, and the smoke from the tires is proof. However, this is a test track, not the real thing. Tanner and his crew have their work cut out for them heading into the streets of Long Beach.
Wrapping up test day number 1 with the Rockstar Scion, and went pretty good actually. Car feels pretty comfortable. You know, we mimicked the Z in a lot of respects, but we got a few things to work on, still some braking issues, but I threw a bunch of suspension settings at it and I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. Not much time before Long Beach before we get a chance to test it again, but what they're going to do now is tear the car down, basically check every nut and bolt, see what loosened up, change the fluids, make sure there isn't any metal in any of the fluids, and then we'll rock on once again.